Yo, welcome back. You are with the West Coast Crossover Podcast. I am JD.
And this is Jeremiah the Prophet. And this is the podcast where if your team ain't the Lakers, they're trash. And if your podcast ain't this, it's weak as fuck.
Facts. Yo, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and all that other good stuff. Also, download the podcast on any streaming music app. Also, man, this is where we break down everything Lakers, but Prophet, go ahead. Let them know what we're about to get into right off of the rip.
Off the rip, but I don't even feel like rapping. Fuck it. Let's go. Another game, another L in the books, huh? We 2-4, man, it ain't a good look, KCB play like trash sold at Brook, yeah. Lonzo Ball looking timid, nigga shook, Whoever guarded Donovan Mitchell got cooked, yeah. Defense garbage, getting the ankles took, Even Ricky Rubio's shot was off the hook. And we're going to keep on losing until we get more out of these rooks. That shit was trash.
They did play like trash, man. I have a feeling that word is going to come up a lot today. Not feeling what was going on the last few games with the Lakers. What can I say, man? It's frustrating. It's aggravating to watch. There's been a few encouraging spots, man. We're going to get into it, though. Damn.
Well, what had happened, my nigga?
Man, let's talk about what had happened was, as far as the last game goes, the Lakers came out. They were kind of looking bad right out the gate. Defense was all right. It definitely could have been better, but early on, the Lakers, they were still giving up a bunch of points in the first. It got a little bit better as the game went along, but it wasn't good enough to overcome the horrible shooting performance. And that's been a theme that's been going on through the season. That showed up this game. Lakers couldn't shoot. Also, the Lakers definitely showed they don't have anybody that they can count on to kind of be a catalyst or a go-to guy in the offense for any sustained period of time, man. That being said, the Lakers lost to the Jazz 96-81, following up a loss to the Raptors. Not looking good for the Lakers recently, man.
Nah, bro. Nah, man. Like you said, one of the big deals is that they cannot get any consistent offense from anyone. And another is that they have a lot of unforced turnovers. They were leading the league coming into this game. I'm not sure where they stand now, but they were leading the league in turnovers with 20 turnovers a game, my nigga.
I doubt
the Lakers have turned
change.
over the ball a lot over the years, but 20, nigga? 20?
Hey.
Shit,
yeah,
bro.
And they hitting that number way too often this early in the season. They need to get that together along with some of the other issues, man. Let me get into exactly what was going on during that game, man, because one of the things that happened in the first quarter was that Brandon Ingram's selfishness was kind of killing me, man. I noticed this. The Lakers are passing the ball. He would get it, and he would just start dribbling the ball, looking for a shot. He was doing that in the first quarter. And that, it was just garbage, bro. It was stalling out the offense. The offense was just, it was looking garbage whenever the ball got into his hands, and he decided to do that. So the defense, not looking good in the first, man. So KCP was out there firing up bricks. But I don't want to put it all on him because everybody was out there firing up bricks. They gave up a 9-0 run. Jazz took a 21-7 lead late in the quarter. 21-7 late, bro. The bench came out, not that much changed. 31-16 at the end of the first, bro. So, yeah, and they was getting killed out there by Ricky Rubio and that rookie, bro, Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. Oh, my God. He was out there killing the Lakers all game.
Is he a rookie or is he second year?
He's I believe he's a rookie, man. If I remember right, I remember them saying that during the preseason because that's when I first saw this dude and he was lighting up the Lakers. So, moving on to the second, the bench, they cut into the lead a little bit. They were led by Julius Randle and Clarkson. Julius was active early, man, but I think he really needs to stick to concentrating on trying to score around the basket because his jumper was off, but he got a couple buckets near the hoop. They were able to cut that lead to 35-27, man, but they couldn't get no closer, and they ended up finishing the half down 56-45. That abysmal shooting, man, just followed them throughout that second quarter as well. So it wasn't looking good for them, and it was kind of breaking them down in the backcourt, man. 40% from the field for the Lakers, 2 of 11 from 3. In that first half, man. And Lonzo Ball wasn't making noise. Like, Lonzo normally doesn't score a lot, but usually he makes noise elsewhere, man. He wasn't doing that in the half. So things was not looking up for the Lakers in the first half. They moved on to the third quarter. Again, man, Brandon Ingram kind of pounding the ball on the floor, but what he did do was start actually making cuts straight to the basket when he got the ball, decisively.
Yeah, what he
and he was
do.
able
he
to
makes the same move every single time. Get the ball, put it on the ground, go right.
But actually, what he started doing in that quarter was actually getting the ball and going straight to the hoop. He wasn't trying to size up his man, dribble 4 or 5 times first, make a move, then get to the hoop and lose the ball. Nah, he was getting it and going straight to the hoop and trying to get a shot up. And that's when he's most effective. He was actually scoring in this quarter. He was the most effective Laker in that quarter, man. But when the Lakers drew close in that quarter, again, Donovan Mitchell came up. He threw down this big-ass monster follow dunk. Lonzo Ball should have been boxing him out, but he didn't. He came flying through the air, got that neck, and then he got a steal and came down and hit a 3. And then the next possession, he got a charge. So he just went on a little tear himself and put the Jazz up 75-64, man. And Mitchell and Rubio combined to be too much. Lakers couldn't do anything. The shooting woes continued. And the Jazz was able to close them out and kind of run away in the fourth quarter and finish it out 96-81. Lakers' second consecutive loss. That was a disappointing effort basically all around, man. Nobody really stood out all that much in that game when it comes down to it, to me.
Yeah, you're right. Like you said, they have a problem with getting consistent offense, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that a lot of the players are kind of doing some ISO ball, man. And I was looking at that a lot. Like Lonzo gets the ball, and he plays hot potato. He act like he don't even want it at all. Which that's kind of like how he's always played. But when you got one guy doing that, then you have people like
Brandon Ingram,
and to me, Brook Lopez a lot of times.
Brook Lopez will do that. He did it too.
And Jordan Clarkson. Those 4 dudes are notorious. Every time they get the ball, they get tunnel vision, dog. I mean, Julius Randle used to be like that, but this season, it looks to me that he's a little bit more ready to give up the ball and get it back. Jordan Clarkson too, I gotta say.
Better at picking his spots.
Yeah, a little bit better, but 9 times out of 10 still, you give Jordan Clarkson a rock, he's going to get tunnel vision and go straight for some kind of crossover, get into the bucket. Brandon Ingram's going to do it 100% of the time. And Brook Lopez is posting up like that too often, dog.
You know who had the nerve to be a little bit over-aggressive with their shot this game?
Don't say Larry Nance Jr.
I'm going to say KCP. Out there shooting up brick after brick with no shame at all. 2 of 11, 0 for 5 from three-point land. He was 3 of 5 from the line. He was just out there firing up bricks, taking back shots.
This nigga had an 18% shooting percentage, bro. But see, on the flip side, we got people shooting who can't shoot. And then Lonzo, I gotta go back to this, man. My man he's a pass-first dude. But he's just looking scary out there, man. 2 things with Lonzo that mess us up bad. For one, anytime he's not making good passes and staying within himself, it's all bad. You know what I'm saying? If that dude's not passing right, then what the fuck are you out there for, bro? But also, it's getting to a point where everybody knows that you're not looking for your shot. So you're not helping your squad, bro. You know what I'm saying? He made 3 3-pointers this game, and that's where he got his 9 points from. He was 30% from the field. But the misses came from around the rim because he's so tentative, man. He goes to the rack, looking to pass. Everybody in the gym knows he ain't about to shoot it. And then by the time he throws it up, it's like an afterthought. It's the second or third option, and he's off with that. And also, if you notice, he'll beat his man to the right. I mean, this happens all the time, man. He'll beat his man to the right, have a clear path to lay it up, a regular fucking layup on the right-hand side.
Whip a pass to the 3-point line.
Either he'll pass it out to the 3-point line to a nigga that's not as open as he is, or the nigga will do some fucking funky jelly layup with the left hand on the left side of the basket, dog. Trying to be fancy. Like, he's conditioned his mind to, like, lay up on the left side of the basket even when you're open on the right. And this shit is driving me nuts, dog. That's why he misses like 3 layups a game, because he's open on the right and goes around and makes it hard on himself by laying up with the left hand, scoop fucking Kyrie Irving layup on the left side. You notice that shit too?
I did notice that without the Kyrie Irving results, man, and I brought that up before the game, that he's just been struggling finishing around the rim, and that's been odd to me, considering that he was actually very good at that at UCLA, as well as being able to hit 3-pointers. He didn't show that much of a mid-range game at UCLA. He may need to incorporate that into his attack, as his offensive attack, as far as the shots that he's looking for, because his 3 ball hasn't been falling until really last night. He was the only Laker able to hit a 3. The only other person that hit one was Ingram, and then Kuzma hit one. The rest of the Lakers, they sucked from three-point line. They couldn't hit anything. But Lonzo himself might need to find that little in-between game because, and actually, you know what? No, first of all, he needs to finish around the rim.
That's what I was
a lot
gonna
of those
say,
shots, man. Pretty much.
That's what I was gonna say. A lot of the time, man,
that was ridiculous.
Yeah, fuck all that mid-range right now. Nigga, shoot your threes because he's still tentative on that shit. You know what I'm saying? He'll still hesitate. Mm-hmm. And yesterday, he made the most threes that he's made all season long because he was just, other than that Phoenix game, because he was just firing them. He'd get it up and he'd fire it. You miss it, you make it, fuck it. But when he goes to the basket, he's too fucking hesitant, man. A lot of time he has his man beat. That nigga got bounced, dog. Windmill on them niggas or try, bro. Get blocked, motherfucker. Go up.
I don't know, man. I think that afro might be messing up his aerodynamics or something. He might need to get a fade.
He might need to get a fucking fresh Caesar so he could get up a little higher.
Something, man.
He's just not even trying, man. He's just scared. And I know he would never admit to that. He has this little calm demeanor about himself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he is not a score first person. So I don't expect him to ever in his life be that dude who just goes to the basket like Westbrook and shit. And, does all that. But I'm just saying, just be a threat, my nigga. When you go to the basket, you're ready to fucking take somebody's neck. And if you're not, get the fuck off the squad, bro. And I love Lonzo. He's my favorite player in the league right now, dog.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked to hear you say that, man. But he does have to be more aggressive finishing around the rim. You got to be a threat, man. You got to be a threat. Right now, they're kind of treating him as a joke when it comes to him scoring.
Yeah. I tell my son that all the time, man. He plays for AAU, of course. And he's one of the best ballers out there a lot of times, man. But don't nobody know if your ass ain't being aggressive. You know what I mean? And you can have a team full of fucking all-stars. But if the other team is playing 4-on-5, you're not even being aggressive at all, then you're trash, man. You're fucking your squad up.
Facts, man. Facts. So Lonzo Ball definitely got to get that together. You know what? I wish sometimes at times he actually had Brandon Ingram's mind frame as far as being aggressive and confident in what he's doing. Even though Brandon Ingram's out there blowing it more often than not, but he clearly has that aggressive mind frame. He doesn't look scared or tentative. He's just taking, some bad shots. And if Lonzo Ball could kind of incorporate that mentality when it comes time for him to score, because like I said, he does need to be a threat. He doesn't need to go out there and average 20. But he needs to be a threat, and he needs to be respected out there on the floor as far as his ability at least put the ball in the bucket on easy opportunities, if nothing else.
Niggas that was pissing me the fuck off, bro, is excuse me, but I'm hot behind it, dog.
Talk about it, bro.
Lonzo got to fucking shoot. Brandon Ingram is taking too many fucking bad shots. It's driving me nuts. And I know some of y'all niggas only watch the fucking box score at the end of the game, and some of y'all goofy ass niggas gonna tell me about how Jordan Clarkson should be starting because, he's a baller. And look, he had fucking 15 points. He's shooting 58% from the field. Yeah, bro, but he's not playing within the fucking offense whatsoever. When he gets in, dog, I'd be curious to see what his plus minus is. But I know it's negative as shit, just like the rest
for
of
the season.
Yeah,
yeah, probably
because he gets in there and he has one thing on his fucking mind. Yesterday he was positive. He had a 2 plus minus, which is hard to do in a game that you lose.
Man, that might be a team high.
Yeah, right. But that shit is deceiving though, because sometimes he's gonna make that shit every once in a while. But I'm telling you, that's why he gets pulled the fuck out. As a coach, I look at it and I can tell that nigga gets the ball and he looks straight down to the ground, nigga. That's never cool. You know what I'm saying? That's not part of basketball, nigga. When you're looking at feet the whole time of the game until you raise up to shoot, that's why he gets yanked the fuck out, bro. It does not work like that.
And I think Ingram got that issue too, and that's what speaking of that plus minus, he was negative 24, man. And so I saw him making baskets, but I was not impressed because it was not within the context of the offense. Even though, the offense was kind of bad, nobody was hitting the shot. It was just, if you have an eye other than, like you said, looking at the stats, you can tell this is not conducive to good basketball or getting a win.
That shit. Yeah, you might win today, nigga, but you ain't never gonna win again if you got 4 people playing iso ball. And Kyle Kuzma is another one that does that, dog. I'm not saying
he gets like that. Yeah.
He's a baller, dog. I like the way he plays and everything, but somebody done told these motherfuckers. I'm serious. Somebody done told Brandon Ingram, you got to score 20 points a game. Magic Johnson. Fucking somebody told Jordan Clarkson, you got to be motherfucking 6th man of the year, getting all kind of buckets. Magic Johnson, that's again. You know what I'm saying? Everybody told Kyle Kuzma that he's the next fucking coming of James Worthy.
Rookie.
Magic Johnson ass again. Get out these niggas' head, man, and let these motherfuckers play basketball. You need to sit your ass back somewhere, dog.
Yeah, you Magic Johnson let these dudes be them.
Yeah, stop pumping these motherfuckers' heads up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he's doing that to try to increase their trade value or something. Maybe there's some kind of end game here or something beginning, because something's going to have to give here.
Yeah. On the flip side, man, Utah, they just kind of played within their game. The one dude who really wasn't playing really within his game was Rodney Hood, which normally he's a baller.
Right, I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday he was pressing the issue quite a bit. You know what I mean? Trying to do too much. He ended up with 13 points, shooting 35.7% from the field. And that's because he was trying to do too much. Now, on the flip side, Donovan Mitchell, he was just hitting open shots. He cut to the basket when he was open. He was running out off of defensive plays. And that's the kind of shit that we're going to have to do if we ever want to be good, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell was out there balling. Much respect to that dude. I don't like the Utah Jazz at all, but what I've seen from him in just this game and that previous game against the Lakers, I was like, yo, this dude I never heard of this dude, but he's going to be something in this league. Good for him.
Yeah, man. Joe Ingles looked like, every time I seen that nigga shooting from three, I was like, fuck, somebody get out on that nigga. He ended up 43% from the 3-point line and with 13 points. And he was one of those dudes that was damaging us. And another one is fucking Ricky Rubio. Every fucking year, since this nigga was a rookie, I would hear Ricky Rubio is a great passer if he can ever get his fucking shot together and blah, 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 blah. And every year I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? When this nigga plays against the Lakers, he goes fucking Kyle Korver from three and is wet as fuck every time, dog. Remember that nigga lit us up for like 40 points before?
Yeah. He set his career high last year on the Lakers. Of course he did, because that's what he does. His probably top 4 or 5 games came against the Lakers, as far as I know, because from what I've seen this dude play against other teams, and that shot is broke. I've seen this dude play against the Lakers, and like you said, he's Kyle Korver, so I really wish he would cut that shit out immediately.
This old motherfucker. Man, you know what? I say we should get some jokes on these motherfuckers, because the Lakers took an L to these niggas. I think these niggas need to take an L from us.
Something, man. Let's go ahead and set these dudes to the fire and put the Utah Jazz in the roasting session. Get him!
Ricky Rubio looks like the motherfucker that fixed my phone, my crack screen in the fucking mall, dog. The nigga that talk like, buddy, I fixed it for a very low price, buddy.
I got you, dude, bro.
Yeah, he don't look like that.
Bro. Dog, to me, he looks like every single stereotypical like head protagonist in an action movie from like the late 80s to the mid 90s, dog.
Nah, nigga, to me, that's fucking that's their coach Quinn Snyder, dog. Quinn Snyder looks like the fucking bad guy from a bad action film, nigga. He looked like he gets blowed up by a fucking rocket launcher at the end of Transporter 4 or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog. Yeah, absolutely, dog. They'd probably be in that movie together, because Ricky Rubio, he looks like the type. You walk into a room and he'll be sitting there and he'll casually offer you a bump while he flicks away the remnants of the line he just finished while you walked in the room.
Oh yeah, he do look like
Quinn Snyder
with a low V-cut shirt with his fucking chest out.
Right. Chest out, dog. Just offer you that line, long pinky fingernail.
Yeah, you do.
Quinn Snyder just looks like that perpetually irrationally upset businessman, like you were saying, dog.
Yeah, he's always hot as fuck, dog. I googled his pictures, nigga, and every picture he looked like he was saying the N-word in his head, nigga. Can you possibly look racist in the face, nigga? Is that possible?
Hey, look at Quinn Snyder, and the answer is yes. Hey, he actually looks like he'd be walking to some kind of fancy business high-powered meeting, but before he goes into that meeting, he goes to the restaurant so he could buy some drugs from Ricky Rubio.
The bathroom. Fuck up. He got that fucking mirror, business card, and a rolled up $1. Yeah, he do look like
rolled up $100. You want to do a line with me real quick, bro?
Come on, buddy. It's good, high quality, buddy.
Joe Ingles, dog, looks like
bro.
He used to be in the Russian mob. Now he's on witness protection, dog. And guess what? He's the one that supplies the drugs to Ricky Rubio.
Dude, Joe Ingles is the only nigga with more fucked up hairline than Larry Nance Jr., dog. This nigga's hairline looks it's shaped like the fucking Batman mask, nigga. He got the fucking corners, nigga. Nigga, you're the first fucking white man that has edges like that black girl, nigga, that be trying to brush her afro back into a fucking ponytail, nigga.
That too tight ponytail.
This nigga got edges.
He got those natural power alleys on each side of his dome.
Hell yeah, nigga. Nigga got a straight cul-de-sac in each corner of his fucking lineup, nigga. That shit is
Joe
wild.
Ingles looks like Joe the plumber.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And speaking of Joe, let's talk about average ass Joe, fucking Joe Johnson, dog. This motherfucker standard as fuck, dog. How do you have a name like Joe Johnson with that fucking standard 2K first template fucking haircut, dog? This nigga sponsored by the 2K generic shoes, dog. Joe Johnson looks like the standard mean ass black dad that be like whooping his kids because his life is fucked up.
Every answer to every problem is a whooping.
Yeah, dog. Don't he look like that mean ass dad that be whooping kids for no fucking reason, dog?
You be scared to go to their house.
Yeah, be whooping the friends and shit. That nigga look. I bet you Joe Johnson give out some mean ass whoopings, bro. Oh, disgruntled bus driver face having ass nigga.
That nigga Joe Johnson looks like he gets hit in the face with a bag of nickels just every day before he walks out the door.
Yeah, he's all angry looking and shit, dog. This nigga got those "I survived Jim Crow" lines in his forehead, nigga.
He's seen a thing or two in his day.
Yeah, he's seen some shit in his day. I guarantee you that motherfucker listens to the OJs, eats pig's feet, and is like super good at fucking dominoes with a face like that nigga got.
And says things like, protest ain't gonna do shit.
Nigga, trust me, nigga, protest ain't gonna do a goddamn thing, nigga. We was sitting in all kind of motherfucking places.
Speaking of haircuts, did you see Kyle Kuzma's haircut, dog? That was a bowl cut trying to disguise itself as a fade. I don't know what. Hey, you are in the NBA. You are not supposed to have that bowl cut. I saw it. I peeped it. I can see a bowl cut when I know one. I used to pass them out in the hood myself back in the day when I used to give people toe-up haircuts with those walls. Shout out to OJ.
Hold on.
Kyle Kuzma. I saw it, bro. I saw it. Go get your fade tightened up.
Yeah. Kyle Kuzma, I think his problem is that he can't go to a white barber or a black barber. That's what I think his problem is. He's got one of those in-between fucking styles, dog, where, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, you might need to go to like an Armenian barber, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Ricky Rubio.
Yeah, go to Ricky Rubio. Let him cut your shit. You're right, dog. That's a good idea, man. That's a buddy.
Man.
Have a seat, buddy. The chair is open for you, buddy.
Yo, man. Yo. Who is it that the Lakers got coming up next on the docket?
Man, the Lakers. Who we got next, man? Shit,
the Detroit Pistons.
That's right. We playing the Pistons. Shout out EXO, man, because we was talking a lot of Lakers Pistons talk the other day, and we gonna be watching that together.
He must be a Pistons fan, so that's the only reason to have a lot of Laker Piston talk with anybody.
Yeah. He's from the D-town, like my wife is from Detroit, and yeah, he loves Detroit and Andre Drummond's clumsy ass. He loved that nigga. That nigga's a weirdo too. I got jokes on him. Oh, Humpty nose ass nigga.
Yeah, we definitely have to get to him when the time comes.
Yes, sir.
But
so, yeah.
Yo, check it out, man. We got to get into these shout outs, man. These shout outs have been brought to you by J. Moore and Associates.
Okay.
Family planning. Go to jmafc.com. Get all the information you need to know and give them a call in regards to family planning for working families.
What's that website one more time, Doc?
JMAFC, like cat.
Okay. All right. .com. All right. Well, then what we got, man? Who's in the mailbag? Let me dig in the mailbag real fast, man. What we got here? Sydney Murphy.
Sydney Murphy? Shout out to Sydney Murphy. What's he talking about, man?
This brother wants to know who is better, Lonzo or their rookie that they traded for at the draft, Lauri Markkanen?
You know what? On the surface, this seems comical, man, but if you actually seen Lauri Markkanen play, I had no idea who this dude was, dog. When he got drafted, I just saw, okay, 7 foot, A white dude. Okay, they got themselves Frank Kaminsky. Good for them. No, this dude's probably been the best player on the Bulls, and I know it don't sound like much because the Bulls are 1-4 right now. Granted, but just guess what? Hey, Bobby Portis knocking Nikolai Murtaugh's jaw off might have been the best thing to happen to the Bulls because it actually allowed Markkanen to step in, and he's been balling, dog. He's one of those 7-footers that's a prototypical 7-footer moving into the next generation. He can finish around the rim. He can stretch you out to 3. He's actually fast. He's actually good on defense. He's actually been good. He's been their best player right now up to this season. Maybe you can argue Crawford, but I think it's been Markkanen, man. He's been a surprise to me. I had no idea who this dude was, even though he played for Arizona. He's actually been balling. Hey, but by the way, let's not forget still, like I mentioned, the Bulls are 1-4, so at that.
Look, I'll say it like this, okay? Lauri Markkanen, I did follow him when he was at Arizona. Him and Lonzo were having some heated battles there. You know what I'm saying? And I got to see him. The thing about him is he's a big man. He's 7 foot even, 230 pounds. But he was the best shooter going into the draft, period. Not the best shooting big man, the best fucking shooter totally. So, I mean, I'm not taking shit away from his game. My man has mad shot. And he got some decent post moves and all that.
Right.
But, bro, I say like this. Don't be fooled by the motherfucking numbers, bro. Dude, put Jordan Clarkson or Kyle Kuzma over there on the fucking Bulls and see what they fucking numbers look like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're gonna
look a lot better than they look now. But he is making 3 out of 7 3-pointers a game, which is
he's shooting at 41%.
42%. Man, I knew he was going to do that. He's going to be a baller, man. He's going to be a baller. I don't want to go ahead and say who's going to be the better player out of him and Lonzo because I'm way biased on that shit.
Right, me too.
But I will say that Lauri Markkanen is going to be a good player as long as he stays in the right environment, which I don't know if the Bulls are.
Yeah, I saw less Kaminsky and actually a little bit more Porzingis to his game. Not saying that he's bad at all, but that's the kind of style, you know. Kaminsky is pretty much a spot-up shooter, and that's about it. He gets rugged a little bit, but he's a lot better than Kaminsky is going to be. Let's just put it away.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Kaminsky's trash. This nigga's got more game. He's definitely got more game,
but the Bulls are definitely trash. Let's not get it twisted, though.
Yeah, and
who else hit us?
And nobody else real fast before fucking Sidney get too happy. That nigga is not even he can't even lift Porzingis' motherfucking shoes. So stop that shit right there, bro. Stop right there, nigga. That motherfucker, that nigga is not even a fucking donkey. If Porzingis is the unicorn, that nigga's the donkey.
Hey, man, all right. Well, I would keep my eye out a little bit and see what's happening with him. So, who we got next, bro?
Who else? In the mailbag, we have one from Ray Deaver.
Yeah. What's he talking about?
Ray Deaver. What the man? I can't find the mailbag.
He actually hit us up and asked us what was the best and what was the worst trade in Laker history.
The best and the worst trade. Well, I think the best trade, and we've had a lot of them. The trade. Oh, yeah, I got to say it. Now, we traded Vlade Divac, who you hated, to get Kobe Bryant in the draft. That was a hell of a deal. But I got to take it one step further and say, we got rid of fucking Kwame Brown and got Pau Gasol, nigga. That shit made my heart rejoice. Matter of fact, I talked to you that day. I remember.
You did.
You
I
and
remember.
I was at work, working for a truck driving company, and I was at a gas station, and the radio came on and it said that the Lakers have traded Kwame Brown. I got out of my fucking truck at the gas station, start dancing around the fucking gas station, literally with no music or anything. I had no idea who the fuck they traded him for. Then a Mexican dude hops out the car next to me and he's like, man, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, the Lakers just traded Kwame Brown. Then this nigga starts high-fiving me and dancing and shit. And then you called me. I remember you called me while I was outside and hyped up. And you were like, nigga, you heard the Lakers traded Kwame Brown? I was like, yeah. Who the fuck they get? And he was like, Pau Gasol. Nigga, I must have lost my fucking mind. I thought they just traded him for fucking a pick or something, nigga. I was dancing for that.
Hey, I was the same way. When I first just heard the name, the Lakers traded Kwame Brown. I instantly just this glowing warmth came over me. I was so happy and elated. Yes, I heard the angels singing, and then I heard the name Pau Gasol. And I remember thinking to myself, where the fuck did that come from? Because all the rumors, Pau Gasol's name never came up. And the Lakers were struggling just to make the playoffs that year.
Yeah.
And that was after the previous year where they had struggled to make the playoffs. Oh, it was all bad. We had Kwame Brown, Smush Parker, and that shit happening on the Lakers at the time for a couple years. So it was bad as a Laker fan. Kwame Brown was the catalyst for this horribleness that had become the Lakers.
Worse.
Him getting shipped out was just an amazing thing. And for Pau Gasol to come back, you saw what happened. The Lakers actually not only made the playoffs, they went to the finals and took to the Celtics to 7 games that year. So they went from the doldrums there. It was just a beautiful trade by the Lakers. It was uplifting. It lifted my spirits. You're right, man. That might have been the best one, man. I can't believe how awesome that was. Jerry West, shout out to you. We appreciate it. Thanks for looking out for the Lakers as you moved over to the Grizzlies at the time. Wink, wink.
Yeah, he was. He definitely had love for us because I'm not now. Look, by the numbers, when you look at it going back, just to be fair, we did give up fucking Marc Gasol in that trade. So let's not act like they didn't get shit out of it because they got Marc Gasol. But I don't give a fuck, dog. You can have LeBron if you will take Kwame Brown from off my motherfucking team because that nigga was the worst, dog. That nigga made me want to kill my fucking self when I was watching Lakers games.
If LeBron James is on one end, Kwame Brown is on the other end as the exact opposite of that as far as basketball players and skills go. So that was awesome. But for me personally, man, and you kind of touched on it, I had the same exact feeling. And the reason that I put this one ahead of the Kwame Brown one was because this was the first time I had felt like this in regards to a trade and the Lakers. And you said it, man, it was a time when the Lakers traded Vlade Divac. I could not stand Vlade as a Laker. He got on my nerves. His whole career, I could not stand him. So when I heard that the Lakers traded him and at the time it was just a draft pick, Kobe Bryant. I didn't know Kobe Bryant. As far as I know, he was just about the same age as me. He couldn't come in and score 20 points on me at the time. So I didn't care about that part. I was just happy Vlade was gone. And then Kobe Bryant actually turned into Kobe Bryant. So that trade kept paying off as Kobe got better and better and became Kobe and established his legacy and led us to championships. And Vlade just became more and more trash, flopping around the league, doing what he does, being waxed, smelling like cigarettes, and that stupid beard he has. Yeah, that was the happiest day for me as a Laker fan and the best trade that the Lakers made because it resulted not only in Vlade being gone and getting rid of him, but it also resulted in Kobe Bryant becoming a Laker in the process.
And
to me,
Vlade definitely had a little body in his game too, nigga.
And then, but to me, real quick, I wanted to touch on the worst trade to me, and that was when the Lakers traded Shaq. Maybe not in terms of what they received, but what they received was garbage. Don't get me wrong. But shout out to Elo and Karan on that. But man, what it meant to the Lakers as a franchise at that moment, and always looking back at what could have been had Shaq and Kobe been able to figure things out and stay together and all the championships that could have. To me, that was the worst trade in history that had to go down like that.
Well, I was going to say that too, just because remember they had to throw in, what's the nigga name? Brian
Grant. Yeah.
Brian Grant, the nigga with the dreads. Man. I like Brian Grant as a person.
I liked him as a Blazer. He was dope.
Yeah, man. But that nigga was trash on the Lakers. And part of the whole Shaq, it wasn't part of the trade, I believe, because I think they got him as a free agent. But when Shaq left, we ended up with fucking Kwame Brown, dog. So
I know. That was yep.
So yeah, that was the catalyst that brought Kwame Brown and his tiny ass hands to the Lakers. This nigga's a 7-footer, dog, and I got to get back on that. He can never catch the fucking ball. He, in fact, told Kobe one time, "Don't pass it to me. I'm just gonna fuck it up." Like,
I remember that.
Bro, what the fuck? But they would blame it. They would say, "This 7-footer, oh well, he's not good at finishing or catching the ball because he has very small hands." I was thinking like, how fucking sad. Get this nigga the hell out of here, dog. This tiny hands, no hamburger eating ass motherfucker. Hell up out of here, bro.
Bro, how small do your hands have to be to not be able to catch a ball as a pro player? Because I haven't had issues catching a basketball since I was like yay high, running around like 10 years old or something, bro. So how much of an issue is that for you? God, I can't, please. Oh my God, that's too much Kwame Brown talk for me in one show. My God.
No, I mean, shit, bro. I don't think that nigga could eat an In-N-Out double-double with them tiny-ass fingers, nigga. I think maybe it was that fucking small. If they was that small, then maybe I could.
Please cut my burger in half.
All right. Fuck it. Yeah, that's enough Kwame Brown's ass. Do we got anything else in the mailbag, man?
I don't know, man. What about our boy Lucas, man? Didn't he have a question for us?
Lucas wants to know what we think about the rookies going forward, how we're going to do in the future, and how they're going to come together. And that ties into something that my man Zoe dropped yesterday. Did you see his tweet that he dropped on him?
Yeah, what was that?
He basically dropped a tweet that said something to the effect of, if you ain't rocking with us now, don't rock with us later when we figure this shit out, because it will happen. Basically was saying, hey, y'all motherfuckers back then they didn't want me. When I'm hot, they gonna be all on me.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree. I think they're gonna do well.
I think Lonzo, is going to be straight in particular. I'm still NA on him. He needs to get a shot together, and he'll be fine, man. He does everything else for the most part.
In my opinion, Lonzo just needs to use what he has. You know what I'm saying? I don't think his shot got to get better. I don't think his fucking game got to get better. People be like, oh, he got to get stronger. He got to get faster. He got to woo. Nigga, we don't even know yet, because my nigga's not even doing it. My nigga's not. He's being so passive that he ain't giving us all what he got. You know what I mean?
I don't think he's giving us everything that he has. I do believe he does need to get stronger, because I think one of the things that leads to him being as scary as he might be sometimes, as you mentioned before, is the fact that he knows he's a lot weaker. And I think that leads to him missing some of those layups because he's scared of the contact or whatever's going on in his head. But he needs to get that together, and he'll be all right, man. Moving forward, he'll be all right. Kyle Kuzma's going to be good. He's already shown that. I think his game is going to come around and just evolve into something that's really good and really special. And the Lakers got themselves a steal at 27. What you think about Kuz?
I think Kuz is automatically a steal. I don't think anybody out there, just even where he is right now in his development, just simply like Donovan Mitchell, right? Donovan Mitchell, It shit can go all kind of ways, right? He can regress, he could have an injury, or he can stay how he is, or he can get better. But either way, Donovan Mitchell was balling enough to let you know that nigga's worth a late first round pick. The same thing. Well, I think Donovan Mitchell was actually late lottery, but Kyle Kuzma, man, as a 27th pick, come on, bro, he's good. Just like Jordan Clarkson, don't have to get no better. But where he was drafted at, that's an excellent pick.
Yeah, I'll take that.
All around the league, the talk, and now I've been watching the Lakers on our Lakers Time Warner Spectrum channel, but I've also been watching the Lakers on ESPN and on other formats just to see what the other commentators are saying about the Lakers. And it never fails that they all talk about how good our young players are and how they expect to see so much out of them. And John Wall and Bradley Beal, or who else did we play that was talking about our guys? It seems like every time, Boogie and Anthony Davis, every time we play against a team, they always go away from it saying, man, them niggas gonna be good, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and they don't have no reason to put no extras on us. Yeah, they don't got no reason to put no extras on the Lakers. We got some good pieces going forward. I just don't think that we have enough patience to let all these niggas mature on our squad. Some of these niggas got to go.
Yeah, gotta go, and gotta bring in some of the good ones. What about what's your feelings on Brandon Ingram, man?
Brandon Ingram, okay. I feel the same way that I feel about Lonzo with Brandon Ingram. That he has tools. His shot already is not as broke as what it is. It's not as broke as his percentages say, and that goes for a lot of people. And I'll say it like this. The reason why I say that is because the mechanics are good. You see him in an open gym, they're good. They're making 20 in their damn row. He's got the height. You don't have to be. Everybody in the league is not fucking Kyle Korver. You know what I mean? It's just that, just like Lonzo, his mind is not right. The decision making is not there. He has the opposite problem of what Lonzo has. Lonzo wants to pass all the fucking time. Everybody in the whole gym knows when you go to the basket, you're not about to shoot it. So just back up off you and let you, throw it into no man's land or pass it to a dude that ain't finna do shit with it. The opposite with Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram, he gets the rock. Everybody can just go ahead and cave to the middle because they know what the fuck he's gonna do. He's gonna try to drive. As soon as both of those guys figure out how to take what is given to them in the truest sense of the word, when I'm open, I shoot it. When I'm not, I pass that motherfucker or drive, when someone closes out too fast. When both of them figure that out, they're going to be outstanding, great players. Great players. Not just good players, but great players, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I'm starting to actually temper my expectations on Brandon Ingram's greatness myself. I really, at this point, don't see him getting any better, and this is on his top end for me. I see him as being Tayshaun Prince, standout on defense and reliable enough on offense that he can actually take correct shots and be able to hit those efficiently, where you have to be able to expect him to hit those shots that he should be able to. I don't really expect him to get much better than that at this point. Maybe I could be wrong and he reaches that superstar elite status that people have him projected as. But right now, I've got to temper my expectations, and I'll actually be surprised if he tops out and makes it to that level of Tayshaun Prince, because he actually made an all-star team one time. So right now, I'm hoping he doesn't turn into something like DeMar Johnson, if you guys remember him.
I don't remember that guy.
Exactly. And there's a reason for that, you know. So I don't want him to have one of those careers that aren't that memorable. Hey, man, I'm just calling it how I've seen it so far. He's had a year and a little bit of change to impress me. I'm not all that impressed. Like you said, I see some of the tools are there. And like I said, I'm open enough to know that my opinion on him can change as we move forward, because I do see that the tools are there. He's shown flashes. If he gets everything in control, and like you said, starts to make the correct decisions offensively with the ball and stays within himself, does what he can. I like the confidence that he shows. I just don't like the way that he applies it all the time when he's on the court, man. So for me, the jury's still out on him. I honestly think that if you could package him up and get something good in a trade, I would not be opposed to that at all. I would not be one of those people like, nah, let's just keep him and see what he turns into. Nah, Dude. At this point, I'm kind of ready to let him go if something good came along.
The only Lakers that I've given up on are Jordan Clarkson and Julius Randle. And I'm not going to say I fully gave up on them. I just believe that they are what they are. You know what I'm saying? You get to a certain point, like you said, like you're starting to feel about Brandon Ingram, where you get to a certain point, like I've seen enough. This motherfucker is this motherfucker. You know what I mean? But Jordan Clarkson, the real reason behind it is mentality also, you know? But that changes everything, dog. One nigga could be kind of chunky, short dude that's not the fastest in the world. You know what I'm saying? And be Chris Paul, right? For real though. And another nigga could be
Aaron Williams when he was good.
Yeah, another dude can be swole as fuck, athletic, strong than a motherfucker, fast for his size, 7 foot almost, and be Kwame motherfucking Brown. So, it's all mental. It's all mental. You know what I mean? And Jordan Clarkson don't got the mind for this game to me, dog. He makes bad decisions. He's just score or nothing. Or, he has one speed. I'm not feeling it, dog. And the same thing for Julius Randle, in my opinion. One speed kind of player, one trick pony type niggas. I don't know. And kind of topped out on their ability. I still hold the jury out on Brandon Ingram. I think that he can, when you're young, you still got time to get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? You're learning shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hoping that happens for him. I hope that happens for him. He needs that. Jordan Clarkson, I actually like him on the Lakers as a sixth man in the role that he feels because of his mindset. And that's kind of, like you said, all he knows how to do. That's kind of really all that is suited for. As far as Randle, I like Randle and his game. I just don't know if I like him on this team.
But
so he would be. What's that?
You didn't like Swaggy P. You didn't like Nick Young.
Yeah, Nick Young.
Right. Okay. But check this out.
But hold on. Time out. Just to be fair, though, I came around on Nick Young a little bit last year, and I liked him a lot more than I had previous seasons. But before then, I could not stand Nick Young. Just like you were saying, one trick pony, and he wasn't that damn good of a 3-point shooter to be the only thing that he was willing to do.
Well, Nick Young, all he wants to do is get buckets, and he does it better than Jordan Clarkson. Nigga. That's all I got to say. We got to close out. We only got 30 seconds left to the podcast, man. But it's been real fun talking to you about this, man. And we're going to get back into this on the next episode.
For sure. Don't forget to join us, westcoastcrossover.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, all that other good stuff. And download us on your favorite music app, wherever you found that bullshit you was listening to before. This is JD.
And I'm Jeremiah the Prophet. And we're going to catch y'all next time. We out.